Hello there, welcome to my reaction to the worst Elden Ring hot takes by Actman. I did one of these videos before, with Actman. I mean, I did react to worst gaming hot takes, and I kind of enjoyed it. Which means it's just I got angry, which is good. Anyway, watch me turn this half an hour video into an hour long video. It's a promise. It's not actually a promise, but that probably will happen. And yeah, I'm gonna probably be discussing my own feelings about whatever take is gonna be happening. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let's begin. That was
It's always a great feeling.
Very scuffed intro.
Is getting the attention and love you believe it deserves. For me, that's been Elden Ring. The community around this game has been nothing short of spectacular in my experience.
volume is fine.
People are making art, maidenless memes that get upwards of 10,000 likes on Twitter and Reddit. The subreddit itself has over 1 million subscribers now in such a short span of time. And I just love seeing all the community creations and videos being made on YouTube across all platforms. Most of us playing and engaging with Elden Ring have been having the time of our lives. And the reason I bring that up is because, well, there's a lot of hot takes from people who are super jealous of that.
That is true. I don't think Elden Ring is a perfect game. For me, it's 9 out of 10, but it's possibly because I'm playing on PC where the game is in its worst state. So let's see if I agree with a single hot take, which I assume I will. We'll see.
100% sincere when I say, without any sarcasm, that Elden Ring can suck my dick.
Excuse me!
So you know this video is going to be good, but their opinions can't
Great
ruin
take.
something as
Fantastic.
pristine and beautiful as Elden Ring. So instead, a lot of these people just kind of flail about making incoherent rants in the vain hope that Miyazaki will add an easy mode at some point.
No,
That's
never
right,
happening.
we're going to be looking at the
Hottest Elden Ring takes in town.
So strap on
Never
your
happening.
Estus flask
Never should
and
happen.
Take a swig every time I show you something stupid. But before all that,
I
I'm
don't
about
wanna
to
die,
poison
man.
myself with a variety
I mean, I
of
do,
different
but
hot
not this
sauces.
way.
Now, you might be saying, "Act-Man, that's kind of random," and it is. But the reason I'm doing it
Is it sponsored?
woo-hoo, is for the sponsor of today's video, Bespoke. They offer all sorts of themed. Woo. They offer all sorts of themed boxes of goodies. Holy
Oh,
You see, all this awesome hot sauce I got came in a friendly care package from Bespoke. Every month
Scorch
they bring in
box.
new packages.
That
you
sounds
can
like
get
an
a grab
Elden Ring
bag of
item.
Knives, couple glasses, and some whiskey.
Oh, that's
outdoor
cool.
gear, houseware. You can preview the box before it's shipped out. Choose to keep it, swap it for another, or skip the month at no cost. Every
also like
box
a
has
globe.
$70
It's pretty fucking
retail
cool looking.
value, but only costs $49.
They sent me a Donkey Kong barrel. They sent me a Donkey Kong barrel. They sent me an
It's also
actual
very
cake.
cool.
Isn't that sweet?
Boxes will be personalized based on your preferences and answers to the quiz. I picked up the hot sauce and coffee bundles, but there's so many more. So what are you waiting for? Order your own box of goodies from Bespoke. And if you
I
use the
literally
code
cannot.
X20, I'll
Sorry.
get you 20% off your first box.
But maybe someone else
Thank you,
can.
Bespoke, for
That's why I'm not
sponsoring
skipping this,
video.
just in
Now
case.
for something completely different.
Probably the hot takes that blew up the most were what these three devs said about Elden Ring.
Yeah.
These people were from Guerrilla Games, Ubisoft, and Xanax Software. The fact that Elden Ring scored a 97 Metacritic is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about game user experience. My life is a lie. Nor PC graphics, stability, and performance, apparently.
Stability and performance on PC is atrocious. Yes. The game looks insanely good though. How can you look at Elden Ring and say that it looks terrible? I played the entire game multiple times on low settings so I can get the frames. My PC is... I have GTX 1060. 6GB. It's in the in the minimal requirements. So I put it on low either way. I would have put it on low, but it has quite bad stability issues. Sometimes I do get 60 FPS, but most of the time I do not. but it's still on that settings, on everything turned to low. It looks fantastic. I can see why my PC would struggle. I don't want it. And I hope it's gonna be fixed because I don't want it. But it looks fantastic. Quest design, I kind of agree.
Quest design, really. Now what these people are really saying is, I'm jealous of From Software's success because it overshadows my own.
They're saying it, I'm jealous over their success because they made things I don't like and people do like it, but when I make things I like, people don't like them. As much, at least. Also, I don't really like quest design because it's kind of random. I mean, not random, but like there's nothing besides dialogue that tells you what to do and stuff like that. I never liked it in FromSoft games. I'm not looking for the quests to begin with in their games, so I don't really care. Do I want to change? No, really. Not going for that experience. So it could be whatever.
I'm insecure and questioning my career and design choices. Hey, genius. Maybe somebody's just better at making video games than you. Maybe there's thousands of people better at making videos than me. Let's just be happy for them. Why is it so hard? Comparison is the thief of joy. And wait, reviewers don't care about PC graphics? Have we been playing the same game?
Exactly, I don't get it.
UX also stands for user experience and like isn't a review about the user's experience with the game. No! I mean, isn't like, oh, Actman hurt himself in his confusion. To me, these developer tweets are like way out of left field because most devs on Twitter celebrate each other's success. Luckily, the memes that came out of this were just pure gold. Allow me to play you a brief but powerful slideshow.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, it hurt my ears.
I want to make it clear, it's okay to dislike a video game that I like. It's okay to enjoy something that I do not.
Dog model.
This goes without saying. What I care about is if your reasons are good. Unlike this next guy who posted one of the worst Elden Ring reviews I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm returning this utter crap because this game is terrible.
I don't care what anybody says.
You can tell someone's
Sure.
angry when they're just like shaking the fucking game case.
Yeah,
in the
manhandling
video.
the
That's
box.
the video.
I was going to do a video on it. This is it. This is the video. It's going to be a quick upload.
So let's summarize this guy's very brief experience with Elden Ring and examine the reasons why he thinks
He
it's
deleted it
trash.
as well.
Coming off the heels of my Elden Ring sucks video, because the game does suck. It's a terrible example of game design.
Elden Ring is bad because it doesn't follow game design principles. And no, I won't elaborate on what I think those are.
Yeah.
That's up to your imagination, not mine.
Like, it's a very good thing to say. Very good statement to make when you cannot back it up. That's just adds credibility to whatever you're saying.
All the way through that beginning of the game, it was very bland. So I get to that guy with the mask. I accidentally attack him. He kills me.
So you arrive.
Bullshit, you accidentally attack him. You have to hit him like 3 times, I think. Gura started fighting him. She tested if she can hit him. I saw her hit him multiple times without him giving a shit that you're hitting him, except dialogue-wise.
Lived in Limgrave and immediately attacked the first non-hostile NPC. So you must have ignored the talk button at the bottom of the screen when you walked up to him, as well as his non-threatening pose and lack of wielding any kind of weapon.
I respawn right in front of him. He kills me. Respawn. He kills me.
You didn't attack him on accident because he takes at least 3 hits to trigger aggro, and I tested this.
Also, the boss tutorial. Also, you respawn, he kills you, it's your problem, you suck, get good.
He even says,
Do you even comprehend the gravity of this choice?
No.
Bruh, you ignored his dialogue. He's straight up like, "Are you sure you want to continue attacking me?" "Yes, you do. All right, gonna have to teach you a lesson."
Respawn,
With a bouquet of
finally get away.
flowers.
See this big thing, horse, minotaur looking thing, kills me one hit. All right, I respawn
Yeah.
right in front of the guy who kills me. I'm like, how is this fun? How is this fun?
So you die to this guy.
It's a problem of your own making. What the fuck are you on about? Also, Tree Sentinel might kill you in one hit. I don't know. Depends on the class you choose, I suppose. But it's kind of the point of a very tough enemy you can go around. The game teaches you. Because they gave you a boss in a tutorial hall, which was piece easy. And then they give you this boss as a Tree Sentinel. That is incredibly tough. And oh, look around! It's an open world. You can go. I mean, you can kill him. He's not unkillable. It could take you hours and hours. Or maybe you'll luck out, or you just get good immediately and you kill him next try. It doesn't matter. There are choices in a game you can do to avoid this situation or to do not. And I guess you chose to create the situation for yourself and then cry about it. Fantastic. User experience, my ass.
Few more times before figuring out how to run away, and then you run straight towards the giant fuck-off golden knight on a horse, and you're surprised that he's hostile too.
And there's supposed to be a lock-on system, but my guy decides to just start swinging wildly.
Tell me.
There's supposed to be a lock-on. Yes. Yes, there is. And you press a button to activate it. As in, most of the games I've played with, like, similar fighting systems. Like, I don't know, Metal Gear Rising. There is a lock-on system. Manual lock-on. It's a user experience lock-on because it's an user experience.
Tell me you're not making this video without knowing how to lock on. I've never seen someone invalidate their own opinions as a game critic so effortlessly. So we can assume
I did with a Cuphead review of that infamous Cuphead review where the guy couldn't jump and dash. But as far as I remember, he wasn't a game critic. He was just put on Cuphead because every game critic was busy. Sucking their own dick, I don't know. But I can't. No, I
everything
cannot.
in the tutorial because the tutorial teaches you how to lock on.
Yeah.
You couldn't even Google this. Like, there's supposed to be a lock-on system. Consult Dr. Google.
And there's supposed to be a lock-on system, but my guy decides to just start swinging wildly. I point the camera back at him, it gives me a light lock-on, and he starts swinging wildly. I'm like,
What the fuck is a light lock-on? You turning camera towards an enemy is not a light lock-on. It's you turning the camera towards the enemy. You're not even required to do that for a light lock-on you describing because you point your character at the enemy and not the camera. You can attack behind yourself if the enemy is there without looking behind you.
the guy moves and I'm still swinging wildly. I'm like, how is... I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you gotta do...
And I still swing wildly? Are you still pressing the swing button, my dude?
Press in on the right stick. Don't attack that guy. Sneak past the big horse.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Not even sneak past the horse, just run past him. You can run next to the horse. It will not chase you to the ends of the earth. Just go past him in any way you can. But yeah, don't attack the fucking friendly guy.
You can't just ignore literally everything the game is trying to tell you and then blame the game. Like, how does a guy who has hundreds of games on his shelves not understand the concept of a non-hostile NPC?
These games are not enjoyable. Yes, I get there are people out there that like it, and this game is not a 10 out of 10. Nowhere near, even if it ends wildest dreams.
Dude, just like, make a new guy. You couldn't have been more than 10 minutes in. Make a new guy and just don't attack him. But no, he gave up right there. Like, imagine posting a review without even killing a single enemy in a Souls game, or learning how to lock on. Yes, this is it. This is his review.
And that's the thing. He's talking about this part, which he had to go through the Church of Anticipation, right? Is it the church? The Land of Anticipation? Whatever. Like the first area where you die to a boss. And then you... So he did that, which is kind of pointless, I guess. And there weren't... Okay, that's besides the any kind of point, so I guess he spent 5 minutes there. He obviously did not go into the tutorial hall. That is right there. That a friendly NPC, kind of NPC, I don't think you can kill a guy in the chair, but tells you jump down there to remember how to use your sword. I'm paraphrasing, but still.
Of the game.
This is one of the most wretched things in terms of accessibility and gameplay and just...
He must have been sitting there just like, why did that guy I stabbed start swinging back? Could you imagine inviting this guy over to play Smash Bros? And he's like, why are you attacking me? It's a fighting game! Allow me to show you the cherry on the cake. The piece there is...
He's gonna be hitting you from in Smash Bros. Just like standing back to you like, I thought this game has a lock-on! No. Turn around.
Stones to cap off this video.
Uh-oh.
This is not a good game. It is not a 10 out of 10. Not
So he
even
did
if
get
it wanted
busted.
to. I can't wait for Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Oh, it's a PS5 version. That's why user score is high on Elden Ring. Because I checked yesterday and the Elden Ring score on PC is, I think, 6.8. Because it's quite unstable. FPS-wise. But Gran Turismo is... I wonder what happened there. Metascore is good, so critics liked it. Maybe it were paid off or something, I don't know. But what happened to user score?
And next up on the Elden Ring Clown Show is a rabbit hole I can't be bothered to go into. Apparently this guy Quantum TV made an Elden Ring review that he later deleted. People saw it was filled with terrible takes and made fun of it, like you do on the internet. One of these videos happened to be from a 17-year-old British guy named Mischief, and his response video triggered Quantum TV so far off
Did he
the
copyright
edge
it?
that he threatened to copyright strike a minor in a different country for criticizing him. This also led to a bunch of other YouTubers picking up the story, which led to Quantum making more videos and justifying his insane takes that you're about to see. It's like a rabbit hole we don't even want to go down, but I want to give a shout out to Mischief. His link will be in the description. Go check him out and subscribe. Pretty good content for his age, I gotta say. But it's real scary if you're a small content creator and you're just being threatened with copyright strikes. It's such like a dick move to do, so give that guy some support, alright?
Okay.
Today I'll be giving you guys a review of Elden Ring. Essentially, don't buy this game. The name of the game should not be called Elden Ring. The name of the game should be called You Die. Again and again and again.
I suppose if you never get good, then yeah, you'll keep dying.
Because that's all you're really going to spend most of your time doing. You're going to die because the game has no easy difficulty. The difficulty spikes when you get to certain bosses. It's so unfair that you'll find yourself spending so many hours losing time away from your life.
Most of the time you do die, but you don't die for nothing. You kind of learn stuff. You get more experience. You are getting good. You're getting gooder than your previous attempt. Not necessarily because like you hit boss more times than before. You're just getting more comfortable with your character either way. Even like 60 hours to 61 hour, you can be thinking like, wow, it's been only an hour even though I put 60 in, but it feels different. Because that's what games do. Could be just your first hour in a day or something. I don't know.
I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family, no friends, no life, and they have literally thousands of hours to grind away.
Why?
I don't even
This
have
is a game
200
made
hours
for
on the
people
bank.
without families.
But also I
Fuck
beat it
you,
multiple
orphans.
times.
You probably. I can't understand why this guy was getting flack.
They have no family, no friends, no life.
You are maidenless.
Where do you come up with this? Do you just get out of bed in the morning and you're like, I'm gonna be a fucking asshole today.
When you die, you lose everything you collected.
More like a dipshit.
Everything. That means you start over, so leveling up is extremely hard because of the nature of the game and its difficulty level, and it's not fun. There's nothing fun about this game for somebody who...
You don't lose things on dying, you can pick them up. You lose things if you die twice in a row. Which means you need to get good. Even in the slightest.
...is new to the franchise.
And that's kind of the crux of the issue, right? This is what I try to do when I criticize a game or a series that I'm not all that familiar with. I'm much softer about my criticisms. Have an understanding that there's fans that know more about this series than you do, so make it clear you're coming from an outsider perspective.
Just standing on
and
his
maybe
knees
try
while the
not to
chair is
flame the
behind him.
audience. You know, because maybe
What
you
happened?
want your own audience to grow, and if you're being an asshole, it might be kind of hard, Quantum. Just some food for thought.
And then you look at the graphic style. It's a joke. It is literally a joke. And then you look at the graphic style. It's a joke.
No, he's talking about graphic style.
It
What the
like
fuck is...
last gen being sold for new gen. Like, I don't understand, like, who they made this game for, where, like, you want low frame rates, but that for me, that's a massive deal breaker. I'm a massive motion buff, and to do something like that is unacceptable.
Complaining about the frame rate is a valid criticism. Should
Yeah.
that be, like, the biggest factor in your review? Probably not, but I'll give that to you.
Most of your time in the open world is spent just like running around kind of aimlessly, if I'm being honest. It's one of those games where like it's so spread out. The map is so big, you're going to spend a lot of time running around in a very open field that doesn't necessarily have a particular purpose for being that open.
You're going to spend a lot of time.
Bullshit. And I'll tell you why. I played a lot of open world games in my life, and Elden Ring might be... It's definitely not like the biggest one. I don't think it is. Like, biggest game in the world. But it's populated. That open field probably has an enemy. Of some kind. Might have like a caravan. Just a camp. Something for you to do. There's not a single point in a game, at least when I played it, that I felt was pointless. Enemies to kill, items to grab. The nature of gaming. I don't know.
Time running around a very open field. What's that? You said it's an open world game? What's an open world game again?
I'd like there to be a purpose to almost everything. Like, everything is interactable and things like that, but it just doesn't feel like that.
The game is very interactable. You can roll into just about everything. You can blend in with the scenery around you using a particular item. Certain landscapes will actually be destroyed throughout a boss fight. The game is very interactable.
It is.
It sounds like you haven't played it much.
And I think without spoiling any parts of the story, which is lackluster by the way, I think that will be as honest as anyone's going to be about this product. I don't know who they made it for.
Who did they make Elden Ring for? It couldn't possibly be the 12
Yeah.
million people that bought it within 3 weeks.
Again, I couldn't speak lowly enough about this game. I don't recommend it. And I think if you're smart, you'll just play something else.
If I can find something good to say about Call of Duty Ghosts and Call of Duty Vanguard, there's hope for everything. Find something good to say.
I guess.
That's the review. Take it or leave it.
Okay, so that was
Leave it.
pretty terrible. But guess what? Part 2.
Oh boy. Oh boy! So as you guys know, I did a review on Elden Ring. That didn't go very well, apparently, for some people.
Yeah, you can say that again.
So
Yeah.
I'm receiving some backlash now that I wanted to address with some of you, because
How much you want to bet this guy is going to deflect why he's getting backlash?
a lot of you are not only being childish, but I don't think you're actually seeing this objectively. You see, every
I
single
do.
Dark Souls fan watching this video right now had to die 1,000,001 times to learn how to play that game. Using that experience and laterally jumping over into Elden Ring, you're able to, again, experience that level of challenge, but it's not as hard because you've already done something similar before.
Honestly, I think
I watched Connor play the game, Dog VA, and it was the first like Souls-like game for him. And at the end of the game, like after he beat it first of all, so he didn't give up. He also beat the Tree Sentinel in the beginning, which took him like 4 hours, but he was stubborn and he beat it, and he got good of killing that giant knight that kills me in one hit, as the, I think, like first person said, the other asshole. Anyway, but after he beat the game, he said that it was probably, not probably, he said that it was at least one of the best games he ever played. And he was new to the franchise. He never played a Souls-like game before. And he said it's a game of the year. Then he played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and he said that beats Elden Ring in the game of the year. But besides jokes, he was serious about that being one of his favorite games, one of the best games he ever played.
I'm hot shit every time.
I don't have other examples. I haven't watched a lot of people say it, but that one is just something I've seen.
Game comes out, and I get my ass kicked again and again. Even when Demon's Souls Remake came out, a game I'd already beaten before, it still kicked my ass.
Just because you played a similar game before doesn't mean you'll be good at the new one. You might have some skill left over, but no. That's not how that works.
To surprise you.
But you see, somebody like me, I've never played Elden Ring. I've never played Dark Souls.
Like, when you play Call of Duty, I don't know if he does, but like when you play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, when the sequel came out, are you best at it already? Is there no challenge to you in there? And then Modern Warfare 3? Then Infinite Warfare, Ghosts, it's the same thing, you just shoot, right? So, are you best? You already graded the game because you played game in the kind of in the series before that? If you played Super Smash Bros. Melee, are you gonna be best in Super Smash Bros. Brawl? Like, that's... What is that point?
I didn't even know Elden Ring was a part of the Dark Souls series. And you know what I meant with...
Oh, no research, noise.
With the series, the same thing I meant with the TV world, where when you mention a problem with something, fans of that series just damage control it. They'll say stupid, petty, chisty, catty, childish shit.
Chisty?
Like, oh, you've lost credibility because you've spoke your mind. You gave your opinion. You now have no credibility with me.
No, I think you lose credibility.
I doubt that anybody fucking said exactly that. I doubt that literally any single person said exactly those words to you. You might take a single word from multiple comments and then combine them into one entity, but that's not how that works.
Credibility when you talk about things that you don't really understand, and you try to pass it off as like fact, or you know, when you say things like,
okay, bye bitch, I don't give a fuck. The reality is, that's my opinion based off of playing it as a new person. They have no easy.
No, it doesn't.
The graphics are dog shit.
Are you sure about that?
What are you talking?
The graphics are dog shit.
I don't understand it.
The graphics are
like,
dog
look at
shit.
this god race.
The graphics are dog
Yeah,
shit.
this area is my favorite by the look.
Like so. Elden Ring's graphics are complete fucking trash and I wipe my ass with them. Versus, I wasn't the biggest fan of the graphics and style. Two sentences.
Yeah, it might be
same
style,
thing.
but it's
which
not...
one do you hate more? Right? There's a difference between like...
It's objectively good.
Like, this animation is broken and I think the graphics are bad. I think that. You get what I'm saying? Language, people.
And the thing that really pisses me off is all these fucking fans of this game know that the graphical issues are there. They'll try to say it's okay or it's passable. It's shit. Be honest.
What graphical issues?
I played the game despite that because the game was so good. Is it bad?
Same.
Yes. Did it stop me from playing the game? No.
Saying that FPS is a graphical issue is not true. I don't think it is. From videos like where people go out of bounds from like towers and stuff, it still loads in the world around it, so that might affect the loading. Affect the loading on your GPU and stuff like that. That could be an issue, but the game doesn't. It loads like very big chunks of land. I think that might be the issue, but I'm not a game developer, so it might be a processor thing instead of a GPU. It just, like when you see a Witcher thing and it's like loads things in front of you and immediately unloads things that are outside of the view or even behind you. I don't think Elden Ring does that, but again, there probably is a video why it lags, why the thing is, and what if it's possible to fix it by From Software just with a patch, or is it like the bigger issue that would require rewriting of the actual code, like base code of the game? I don't know.
When you look at the gameplay itself, it's clunky. The controls are shitty for a new person just getting in. I don't know how it is for you.
It isn't.
Controls are shitty if you're a new person to any game. You have
Yeah.
to learn the controls, man.
You have to
It's not
get
a fucking
good.
Flight simulator. The controls are hard, bro.
I
There's
feel
only
like even
so
there.
many buttons on the controller. Like, just learn.
And you don't have to use half of them.
Even if you are a vet, you're still gonna die a bunch of times, right? You are.
That's
The way
true.
they made the game is so that the way the boss hits you, it takes so much of your life away. That's very frustrating.
Level up vigor.
But let me just
Yeah, just level up in general.
Enlighten me.
I come home from work, I'm trying to unwind, I'm trying to relax. I'm not trying to sit there stressed out on some fucking game, yelling at the screen, trying to hashtag
Get good.
because that's like this mentality that all you guys have kind of gotten submitted into. You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right? Like you're in a really shitty relationship.
That's a
This is how
take.
It is, man. You know, you just take it on the chin, man. This is how it is.
You sound like abuse victims. What a kind thing to say, dude. Oh,
What
what's
the
that? You like-
fuck? You sound like abuse victims? Ah. It's harsh to people that talk in his comments. I think it's harsh to people. It invalidates people who went through abuse. I don't think it's good for any side, especially him. Like, yes, as he said, the act man. Anytime you start a new game, the controls might feel clunky because you are not used to them and stuff like that. You have to, it has a high in comparison to some other games where you can switch the difficulty. Souls-like games usually have just higher ceiling of skill. That's why you get good happens to be connected to that because you have to get good and then more good and then more good as the time goes on and as you play more through the game. But to be honest, you have to get good in any game to beat them. Am I wrong? You can't start the game and then beat it with the same skill that you came into it with. You're gonna get better. Either way, you're gonna get better. You can't be dog shit to beat the game. If you can, then that's a bad game design. Unless it's just like in very easy mode or something where you don't have to get good. You can just play it for the story. Like I guess Persona 4, there's an easy mode, and I feel like in that you don't have to get good. You don't have to learn how anything works. But it has the story, so you getting faster through like gameplay bits to get to the story. So it's a design choice. Here it's the opposite of that. There's barely any story being told, but like 90% of the game is gameplay. So you have to get good a lot in comparison to something, I don't know, like Devil May Cry, maybe? It's not a good example. Because there's also a quite skill ceiling, but there is a difficulty choice, and you have to get good on only to a certain degree just to beat the game, not to get like good at it and stuff. I don't know. And I brought it up because maybe there it's like 50-50 where it's a gameplay thing and when it's a story thing with cutscenes and stuff. I don't know.
Like a
That's how I
video
feel.
game? You fucking abuse victim. I bet your girlfriend slaps your nutsack
forgot
at night while
immediately,
you're
but-
sleeping, just to fuck with you because you like Elden Ring.
You shouldn't be saying that's how it is, or you know, we just know that that's how these games are. It's not for everyone. A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion.
What the fuck is that take? Every single game is not made for everyone. There is not a single game in existence that is for everyone. What the fuck are you talking about? People don't like sports simulators, so they don't play sport game. People don't like FPS games, so they don't play shooters. Don't like Battle Royale, MOBAs, RPGs, adventures, side-scrollers, different genres. Notice there is no game that is liked by every single one, or will be liked. There is not, never will be. You're stupid. Shut up, get off my screen. But I guess you'll be here for a while, judging by that divide. Anyway.
A game that is not for everyone is a game that shouldn't be made, in my opinion.
Call of Duty. Oh no, those are gone. That's gone.
Yes,
Those aren't
every
kids.
single
Halo
game
Reach,
is gone now.
Rated M. That's gone.
Also-
Fable, no, kids are playing that. Bioshock, that's gone. Mass Effect, Sex and that. Dragon Age sucks. Tales of Vesperia, rated T, not for everyone. Modern Warfare, you're gone. Dragon Ball Z.
Not even, he's not talking about
Not for
ratings.
everyone. Fighting game. Infinite Warfare, oh yeah, that's made for nobody. Advanced Warfare, that's made for even less people. Oh god, oh, getting rid of all of this.
The fact that he's throwing them.
No more games.
I hope he
No more
doesn't
games.
break
None
him.
of these are made for every single
It
person on the
hurts to
planet.
see him throw
Gotta get rid of
discs.
Everything burns.
A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion.
What do you mean? No single product on the planet can be made for everyone.
Exactly.
I don't know why people use ultimatum statements like this. It's like, it always goes back to the accessibility thing. Like, man,
I want to go find a video of his, like a game review that he liked. A good game review in his opinion. And then just point out that it's not for everyone. Then that game shouldn't be made. Even though he liked it. Good. Good that somebody found themselves liking the game. But it's not made for everyone, so it shouldn't exist.
you just don't
Snap
enjoy
it from
this thing,
existence.
and you should get over it. I can live with the knowledge that tampon advertisements don't target me. They don't sell me on tampons. I feel left
Damn,
out
that's an
of
old
the
one.
tampon industry. And that's an industry I really want to get into because I'm such a pussy. And I want every single thing on the planet to revolve around me. I think that might be one of the worst takes I've ever heard.
Games are supposed to be fun, transcend the reality that
No.
we have right now, take you to new worlds, give you new abilities. You're allowed to do things that you never ever could do in the real world without consequence, and be accessible to anyone regardless of experience level.
Like,
No.
when people like this say every game should be made for everyone, it's like, okay, so why the fuck do we have a rating system then? Because not every game is made for everyone.
Because the reality
Well, I wish I could give Elden Ring to like a 1-year-old. And see him beat the game, because like the skill is not required, right? For everyone means everyone, right? So a 1-year-old should be able to beat Elden Ring. Is that the point? Or I don't know, any game that he liked, whatever it is. Farming simulator, I don't know.
is, if it wasn't so ridiculously hard,
Every game requires skill.
times, it's really a lackluster game with shitty graphics.
What does that take?
The graphics are dog shit. Shitty graphics. Shitty graphics. Again, I'm new to the franchise. I had no idea what it is, and then
The problem is you're new to the franchise, yet you act like your opinions are far more important than everyone else's. It's
Yeah,
like, no, your
because
opinions
you're
are
new
less
to the
important.
franchise.
That's what we're trying to tell you.
of course,
And
when you
that
go to
means
the community
nothing.
As a new gamer, you would think, right, as a gamer, you'd have people being welcoming. I had maybe 5 people in the whole comment thread. Like, hey man, let's do those bosses together. I'll help you out. Only 5.
You know where people are not welcoming? You called them. I mean, it's in this video and not previous one, but still, you call them abuse victims? Are you welcoming to them? Are you doing anything for them that you expect them to do for you? It's like me saying people who watch reaction videos are fucking dipshits. But hello, welcome to my react video. Like, what? It's the same okay, let's fucking go.
People, the rest of them were like, "Oh, you're a clown. You've lost credibility. It's demeaning."
You would think people would be welcoming. I only told them that if you like this game, you probably don't have any friends or family.
Yeah, that also.
Why don't
Or
you
an abuse
like me?
victim.
You pieces of shit. You're supposed to like me. Well, how are your people skills so bad? You don't know that, like, hey, insulting people doesn't make friends. You insult them after you become friends.
Because you're new
True.
to a game that's known, by the way, for being incredibly fucking difficult. And it's your fault, not the devs' fault for not thinking of every single player of all kinds of walks of life. They don't care.
Nobody
They
does
don't care
that.
about you. This game isn't for you. Not every game should be made for everyone. He's the type of guy that...
Not just should be made. It is not made. Like, even if their rating on the game is for everyone, that just means is an age group. But not in preferability. I don't fucking know.
Those dudes, when they're talking to a woman and they're like, "Wow, I think you're so pretty and hot," and they reject him, and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch, you're so ugly, I hate you."
Yeah, the
It's
nice
this
guys.
is how they deal with not being included or not being accepted by people or a community or someone. It's that, like, rejection of, like, "I didn't like you anyways. I didn't want to be a part of this community." And so they
But
just,
you're
like,
not welcoming.
self-sabotage.
It's a challenge, and it has to be for players who think every game is fucking easy, and if you aren't one of those players, then you are a scumbag, you filthy casual. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
Why am I still getting hate?
I'm not gonna say anything at all.
I can see why you deleted this video. I can't understand why you posted it in the first place.
I'm not gonna sit here and, like, be demeaned
And I wanted to say that before he said that thing, if he streamed the video, there will be many more. Well, if he has like a base, of course, if he's not his first stream and stuff like that, there will be people who would, if he asks for help, and the people who are watching his streams, there will be people that say, "Yeah, let's go, do it. You can do it. You're getting better." There will be people who are gonna say, "Do this and that'll do that." Like some backseating going on, but in a helpful way. And people who would be like, "If you use this thing, you can summon people, and I can help you if you summon me in your world, like to kill the boss and stuff." Like if you streamed it, you can't fucking expect it on a shitty review. Like, just shitting on the game, people be like, "I can help you." Why? Why would they do it? They would people would expect you not to play the game ever again because you shitted on it. So why would they support your take? Support you in a game that you hate? I don't...
talk down to because I don't
I'm having a
enjoy
meltdown.
the shitfest of a game that...
You're on the internet. You're on the internet, Quantum TV.
It is a
People are
shit
gonna not
fest.
like you.
where your misunderstanding is. But hopefully by explaining this to you, I can maybe kind of smooth out your aggression and your backlash. Again, nothing against you. It's not a personal attack. At the end of the day, go kill yourself.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up, and I realized that that's what he edited in. It's not a personal attack. Go kill yourself, but it's not a personal attack. Go fucking die in the ditch. It's not a personal attack, you fucking abuse victim. You fucking maidenless, familyless, friendless fucking being. Go kill yourself. It's not an attack on you. Do you have bipolar disorder, my man? I'm sorry to everybody who have it.
It doesn't run that deep for me. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. It's a fucking game, and at the end of the day, it's a trash game. It's gonna stay on the shelf, and I stand by what I said 100%. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. I don't recommend it, and I think anyone who bought that game, frankly, likes a challenge. You're one of those diehard players. But for
yes,
most people, it's not recommended, and that's the video.
Okay, that was terrible.
You could have said that, and that would have been fine. the game is not for me. I don't like the challenge. I see that people who like the challenge will like the game. I was wrong, like, because it's the second video, they're pretty much the repeat of the first one, but worse.
We're gonna start with the good stuff. Elden Ring can be purchased at places like Amazon and really most online retailers and returned. That's a silver lining. And the best thing about this game.
He made a part 3 video.
Hold on to your butt.
What?
Now here's what I'll say to prove that the game is terrible.
I hope this little dilation in the video is the end. I hoped I'm done. I hope it'll be something else, someone new. No. How deep is the hole you dig in for yourself, my good sir?
Oh, he's gonna prove it. Prove it.
But essentially it all resorts back to the same thing. You do not need an easy mode. Or any kind of easier mode, or even a normal difficulty option. You know what? Screw
it is a normal difficulty option.
The game is designed to be ultra hard, ultra challenging.
It's not ultra.
If you give it a difficulty option, all you're doing is destroying the game and there's no point in playing it. You know what that means, guys? That means this is a dumpster fire. Just toss it in the trash.
I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to point to this video I did about difficulty options in Souls games, but
it would ruin it.
Doing it as long as dumbasses keep reiterating the same stupid points. Games can be made with multiple difficulty options in mind, or only one.
Yes, they
the
can be.
Developer's intent.
Because
I
who
don't see
cares?
anybody talking shit about the original Super Mario Brothers. You move and jump. 2 buttons and a D-pad. It doesn't get much more accessible than that. But oh no, the original Super Mario Brothers doesn't have a difficulty option. It's so inaccessible to me. I can't play this.
I feel like that point will be said, like, it's an old game, and new games developed now should have a difficulty option. But it's not true. Just why? Like, MMOs don't have a difficulty option. Does it immediately make them bad? Like, I don't... It's such a shit take. This game is too difficult for me, so... For me, it should have an easier difficulty, instead of me getting better at the game, or saying that the game is not for me, so I'm not gonna play it.
Throw it in the trash.
Let's talk graphics. The game was delayed 4 years, right?
The game was delayed for 4 years?
What?
I'm raising an eyebrow to that one. Actually, the game was only delayed for a month.
So that was a fucking lie.
This game doesn't really break the mold of any open world game that has ever existed. It doesn't.
If it is in the same mold as other open world games, then why are developers of other open world games saying that this game doesn't follow the mold, therefore it's bad? So why it's in the same time? What is it in the same time? It is not breaking the mold of any other open world games, or is it not very, very unlike other open world games? That which one is it?
It absolutely does, because From Software has successfully taken their more linear enclosed areas and transitioned that formula to an open world seamlessly.
Yeah, surprisingly,
better than most other current open
very
world games
well
to date. It
for the first game.
absolutely succeeds and excels as an open world title.
There are no cinematic cutscenes that like razzle and dazzle and break the mold, while also offering a super challenge.
Wait,
absolutely succeeds and
did I hear
excels
that right?
as an open world title.
There are no cinematic cutscenes that like razzle and dazzle and
how is cinematic cutscenes supposed to break the mold where most of the games have cinematic cutscenes? Especially if it is still a take on open world, then I have no fucking idea how that correlates with anything. But okay, keep going.
While also offering a super challenging experience.
How is a cutscene gonna offer a super challenging experience? But also this.
No! What the fuck?
And I do want to bring this next part into attention. The game has a toxic player base.
This is where they always go.
Yeah.
They flame the player base and then get flack and they're like, well, this is evidence that they're toxic. I just told this fan base.
They literally shit on the player base call them abuse victims, tell them to kill themselves. And when that happens back to them, they're like, oh my god, stay away, you're toxic. Fuck off.
That the only reason you like this game is because you don't have friends or family.
That also, I keep forgetting.
You didn't hear that right. The game has a cult-like toxic
It does
player
not.
base. What does this mean? This means that the players of Elden Ring are likened to people who would rather drink blood from a cup than your neighbor next door. They are very weird people.
You're weird for liking this game. Maybe your experience with these people has something.
This collection of people does not like me, doesn't, and I don't like them. Which means if I don't like them, and I don't like cults, they're a cult. They like a thing. In my eyes, they only like this specific thing for some reason. That makes them a cult. They drink Miyazaki's blood. I don't know.
To do with what you've said to them.
At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. And I stand by what I said 100%. If you Google Quantum TV right now, or you look Quantum TV up on YouTube, rather, you will see a string of attack videos because of my opinion of the review that I issued out. In addition,
a controversial take, saying that people don't have families, people who enjoy this game don't have families or friends, they are abuse victims and they should kill themselves. Not much of an opinion, is it?
to the fact that when approached by what they call commentary, which is essentially gamers of a certain tier level,
gamers,
to illegally download people's videos, re-upload them, and smack talk over them to own their review talking points, they call it fair use.
That's not what fair use is. That is... Yes, it was.
That's all, folks. Bro, you can download videos off YouTube. It's not illegal.
It isn't.
How much of the video they're
it's
using.
a free platform.
Factors of fair use, used and publicly broadcasted on YouTube.
I don't know how someone could research fair use so much and still not understand what it is. You can critique someone's points and reviews. It's the whole fucking point of fair use. If I don't like a movie, I need to be able to show clips of the movie that I don't like. And if I don't like your video, I should be able to show clips of your video that I don't like. It's fair use. So this guy is like arguing copyright law in his Elden Ring review. He's become so detached from the actual game and mechanics that he's just going after people that are criticizing him. How is this a review? Why don't you think about like what you're making
I don't think it's a...
you make it?
To be fair, at this point, it's a third video about the game. He's more about toxic player base. He's trying to... I want to say damage control it, but I don't think there is any possible way to damage control all that. And he only makes it worse.
And a lot of these smaller channels, 200 subscribers, 400 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers, that tier of lower YouTuber will steal videos. It's a known thing. It's a huge problem. YouTube doesn't do anything.
Yeah, break the mic.
If you tell them not to do that, they'll just say anything is fair use.
Oh, that's this tier of lower YouTubers. I'm going to talk down to you because my penis is like 10 times smaller than yours, Mischief. Sorry. You seem to put a lot of importance on the validity of people's arguments based on their subscriber count. How many subs do I have again?
Over the years, I've had to learn the hard way that you can't just talk over somebody else's content, pausing and playing it, calling it fair use. That is not fair use.
To be honest, it's a gray area. I don't think I would consider... What he's talking about is a reaction video where people talk and pause and all that stuff. Like... I would consider a video I'm making at this moment to be fair use. Because on top of me playing the actual video, pausing it, and talking over it, I've added, at this moment, over 20 minutes of content. So my video as a whole is a fair use on top of the original video. If it's just a reaction that I normally do, I wouldn't classify it as fair use. And if people copyright it, I usually don't fight it. Unless it's very shady for like 3 seconds of a song in some random moment. I got copyrighted like 2 weeks ago for a song, and then I checked the song, like I checked the video the moment that was copyrighted. There was no music in it. So yeah. I don't know. It's a gray area. By pausing and playing, I don't think it's fair use, but when usually critiquing like this, even without changing like the sound or aspect ratio and stuff like that to avoid copyright abuse, that would have been fair use. That is a change to your original video. Like an edit and stuff. It's all case to case in my opinion when it's fair use or not, but either
You
way.
absolutely can if you add constructive feedback to the video itself.
Yes.
If you transform the work beyond what it was originally posted as. That is absolutely fair use. I've seen Osmongold react to videos of mine, and he has genuinely good feedback to my video.
Please
and
watch my...
elaborates
you
further
can
on the
hear me.
points that I make. That should be a medium that is encouraged, not censored, right?
I'm just here, like, reviewing a game once.
So he agrees with me when it's a lot of added on top, he could just count it as fair use. So we're on the same page. Fantastic.
All the negative press you've seen on me is
Oh
because
no,
I
that
reviewed a game
divide
once,
is also...
didn't like it. Some 16-year-old kid picked it up. Can't sum it up enough. The game is trash. The community is trash. Outside of 1%, ultimately speaking, the game is like literally a 0 out of a 10 to me. I could not possibly rate it. The worst.
Bad frame rates. It is unstable. I agree on that. Bad community. You shit on community, you shit back, and you call it bad. Of course it's gonna be bad in your eyes. Toxic dev mentality. What the fuck does that even mean? Unwelcoming to new players. Isn't that will be the dev mentality? No engaging story. That's fucking bullshit. Unreasonable grinding. I literally never grinded in a game and I beat it multiple times. Just go through areas killing things. Don't die on the same spot multiple times without getting your runes back. Just level up using them when you can. I don't know. You think you're gonna die? TP back. Teleportation is available in this one. It's not Dark Souls 1 where it was much worse. Much easier to lose your stuff. I don't know. Boring open world. One of the best open worlds ever made. Boring. It's very populated. Boring. Like, I don't know. There are so many open world games that just focus on it being huge. But in making it gigantic, there are big parts of it that just empty and that you have to just go through to get from one to another. I hated Assassin's Creed 3 because of that. It's not even open world fully. But there were areas where I had to go through like a gigantic forest with pretty much nothing in it, or at least nothing in it of value in that game, to get from one end to literally the other end. And I had to like run through it or parkour through it, but there was no way to speed myself up. And I don't like Assassin's Creed 3. But when you have like Spider-Man, I might have to go from one end of the map to another end of the map, but like the way to travel is engaging, and also there are fast travel kind of things with the subway. But even without using that, just going through it, it's an engaging way to travel. It's very fast and it's very fun. That's one of the way to do it. Or populate the world and not focus on its gigantic size. Focus on it being populated with enemies or friendly NPCs. It doesn't matter. Just populate the world, not with fucking trees that do nothing. I don't know. That's like, I enjoyed Skyrim a lot, but looking back on it, like it's been what, 11 years since it came out. At least in my memory, it's kind of empty. There are a lot of locations to explore and stuff, but not... I wouldn't say it's nearly as many as like Elden Ring has. I don't know. Maybe just me. What's the last... Neighborhood overall? Not a game-changing next-gen fun. There is no game-changing next-gen fun. Next-gen, which is, I fucking hate when people say it because it's current-gen now. It already came out. Next-gen would be like PlayStation 6, Xbox Series Y, Xbox 2. I don't fucking know. It's Microsoft and their bullshit. This gen, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I think, I forgot the name if that's wrong. Anyway, they're more focused on like fast loading to make it easier to develop a game and stuff like that, because like the graphics, not nobody, a lot of people care about the graphics, but not as much as before. You can't get much more realistic at the moment, but you can make GTA 5, instead of loading for 5 minutes to start the game, make it just a few seconds, like stuff like that. So they focused on that, and it's, I didn't use them, but I started using SSD not that long ago, and I'm having fun loading games in just seconds instead of minutes like before. I don't know.
Score I could possibly give it. I would light it on fire on camera if I still have it. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right? And I stand by what I said 100%. But at the end of the day, Elden Ring is really quite genuinely, unobjectively, and objectively a bad game. It is.
Unobjectively was correct. In your opinion. That's what opinion
Start
means.
doing something outside of saying get
Don't
good.
listen to this guy.
Maybe
Don't
then
listen
you'll
to
get
anything
my
he says
dollars,
from
but
Soft.
until
Ignore him.
that point happens.
Not like FromSoft personally mailed you the game, you opened it up and there was like, oh, to Quantum TV or whatever the fuck your name is. And there was a letter inside the disc box and you open it up and it's like, get good. That's not a thing. They're not saying it, just, it's implied. Like any game. Just on different levels.
He's
Enjoy
dumb, he's
all
stupid,
the
don't
other
listen to
millions
him,
of
blah,
sales
blah,
that you
blah,
had
blah,
from
blah,
other players
blah,
that
blah, blah,
would
blah,
rather
blah,
be
blah,
a
you're not
mob than a
hearing what he's
community.
saying, blah,
'Cause
blah, blah,
that's
blah,
all
blah.
no game of the year, no real champion, just bare minimum. When real next-gen games come out, you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even talk about this game, ever even mention it.
I really
when we talk
doubt
about
it.
the greats of this generation. That is a fact when the next generation cycle is said and done. Don't forget it, and remember I said it on this day, because these are hard facts that nobody's going to spit, but pretty much me, so...
That's what makes them facts, because nobody else tells them besides me. It's a flat earther mentality. I wonder if he is one. You serious?
Yeah, so my advice is if you're reviewing a game, keep it about the game and don't just like go out of your way to flame the audience.
Yeah,
Maybe try to
and
come
then
into
say
it
that they're
like, hey,
toxic.
I don't really know so much about these games. This is how it appears to me. These are the problems I have with it. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Oh, I am? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll give it another try. Maybe just like be a rational human being. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe to the Axeman for
I
more
enjoyed it,
awesome
but
content.
in a
Alright,
bad
everyone,
way.
that's all I got for today. This is the Axeman signing out. Peace!
Apparently, as promised, I turned this half an hour long video into an hour long my own. Oh my lord, there was a lot to talk about, especially with that one guy. How can one person be so up their own ass that they can't hear anything? Or read anything? The head is inside the ass, so I guess no hearing or visual thing allowed. I already said everything I want to say. I'm just gonna say that the Actman video that is on top of every other one is good. He has good points, good debunks to whatever shitty opinion there is in the fucking thing. So good. Again, it's my second video. The first one was just worst game hot takes, gaming hot takes. And that one's great as well. It's a great content. If you want me to react to any other of his videos, just say it in the comments. If you if you sat here for over an hour, I congratulate you. This applause is for you. But this thank you for watching, even if nobody hears it, is for everyone. So thank you for watching, whoever did. I hope to see you next time, and goodbye. Have a great life, because one of us has to. Fuck, I'm angry.